Twitter, you'll see the stream. And I am live now, so that you'll hear me there. And you'll hear me here. Let's double check that everything is working. Boom, there it is. And right now you see a picture of a astronaut with a big pencil. And let me double check that we have everything else here going on. Everything. Yep, there it is. Cool, cool, cool. So I am live, and I'm gonna pull up a couple of drawings real quick. This is my Surface Studio, and we have some progress in the bones, which is one of the underlings of the Smarugan army. This is the artwork that is in progress. Please, 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 trust me when I say it's gonna get better. It's Thank you, thank you, thank you. So here's a sketch idea of what I was thinking when coming up with these characters, and the four elements within the the blockchain that created the monster Smarugan. The four elements are bones, energy, electricity, and fire. And so this character is one of the bones characters. So there's four different elements in the army, and each element has its own underling. And so this underling is the bones underling, and it went from something that's really rough, rough, rough like this, where I was already thinking of the foundation of what it takes for this character, the kind of weapons and armor, gear, and little traits that will tell you the story by just looking at it. And so, but this is just the basic right here. This is not the colors that it's gonna be. This is not the detail. This is not the finished artwork. It's just some brainstorming process. And so after that, on my Tuesday, I went live and I was working on this piece here. Let me make it bigger. There it is. And so now I'm getting closer to the style that says this is a bone character. And the armor reflects this bony horn type of gear and elements that that will tell you, okay, this is part of the underling army. And when you see this character, even though when we actually meant not every character is going to have all the elements, I'm just drawing all the elements now because we need to have all those different traits. But when you see it, you can tell that's the bone character, where versus the fire character that has more of a fire and flames look to him. Then I wanted to give him a little flavor, and then energy. But the energy guy, I've already started working on him also, and making it a little bit better. There's this is the electricity underling, and so they each have their own set of elements that are the same elements, like a chess piece, the belt, and um, uh, forearms and shoulder pads and so on. But they each have their own look and feel to them, and so right, right, kind of like that. Correct, correct. And so right now, let's see if I can show you a cleaner version of some of the other underlings. And so it's like I said, it's bone, energy, electricity, and fire, and that spells beef. And so we thought it was a good play on words when these underlings and the villains are brought to life in the blockchain because of the FUD and scams and rugs in the blockchain by people. And so it creates this discord, this honesty, this mayhem, and this pain. And so right now I am in I know it's a little bit behind from what you see on Twitter versus what I'm saying right now, but I am in an app called Adobe Fresco. This is an illustration and drawing application that we use on iPad and Windows, so most Windows devices will support it. I have a Surface Studio that I draw on with a Surface Pen, and so this character right now, he's the energy, and so I'm slowly, working on getting the character locked in for all the elements that I gotta design for them. And so I slowly started drawing all of these different pieces to make sure that they're similar, but they're very much their own different character. And so like this, so back to Bones, you can see on the right hand side I have a lot of layers, and I can turn off some of these layers, like the axe, I'm turning it off. One of the shoulder pads, I turned that off. And these are not the colors that we're gonna keep or anything like that, but it's enough to show us where we're headed when it comes to some of the traits. I just turned off the hair. There's a mohawk involved here somewhere in a goatee. Boom, and like I said, the glasses, turn them off and on, and there you go. Right now, it's a rough pencil, digital pencil on that Adobe Fresco. That's how it's colored. Is that? Uh-huh. But it's a rough. It's nowhere near complete, but it's getting there. So it's gonna get better. It will get better. Like it's. Yeah, the style. Just go with this, huh? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I like. I came across Elron late last year after I put out a collection over the summer called the Skully Series. The Skully Series is a series of skulls that I that are iconic in that they come the actual, it's a skull with a body and clothing that represent. I'm sorry. Am I feeling? No, no, not really. Yeah, thank you. uh, but I am sharing my screen right now and going through the website so that you can kind of get an idea of what it was that I was doing last year. And so I started in the summer. By the time November came, I got some notifications over Twitter that somebody was trying to mint my Scullies on Elron. And so folks on Elron tagged me in a few tweets, and next thing I know, a day or two later, that those fake creators disappeared. And so that's how I got to meet a lot of folks in Elron. They're very helpful and focused on being helpful with what I was trying to do to make sure as an artist, as a creator, that no one took the ownership on my work without if I didn't know about it. And so the more I read into Elron and got to know people in Elron, early this year I started a couple of collections on Elron, and it's all one of ones. Even these are not generative. These are the Scullies is a one of ones. And so as time's gone on, people in Elron supported me, and that's when I came across the story of Victor and Super Victor. I got a couple of Super Victor NFTs. I got the tickets for the lottery, and I've been kind of watching how this support is taking over the blockchain and giving everyone a chance to contribute. And so I am contributing with my art and with my skills so that we can raise that money that Valentin needs and Victor needs to get the treatment they require. But of course, that the mission doesn't stop there. Valentin is thinking bigger and greater, that as we build the support for Victor, we also support other children and who are in need, and so that's a much bigger mission that I'm very much interested in connected to.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Thank
That's
you, thank you.
awesome. God, unfortunately, we can't talk. This isn't the whole space for Valentine. Maybe we should have made this space just for you, Valentine, because we could. No problem, no problem. I know, I know. Yeah, yeah, we could talk. We could talk forever. Um, so just to wrap up this section of it, does anyone have any questions for Delta Tang or Valentine, or just want to say anything in general before we move on to our next guest?
I want to say thank you guys for at least giving us a chance to share. You guys are awesome. Appreciate it.